The Young and the Restless spoilers. Jordan killed Heather for Ian Ward during Sharon's knockout. Spoilers Monday, November 18 Summer and Daniel's sanitarium agony. Nick decides Sharon's fate. Melissa Ordway confirms off-contract as Abby. Surely not commodity I wanted. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. After watching these videos, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that the show is taking advantage of a great occasion by giving Jordan the perfect mate in crime. We all knew it was just a matter of time until Jordan unleashed further chaos and grounded on evidence in the November 14 occasion. She's indeed back and in cahoots with Ian Ward. Before this time, CBL suggested that Jordan and Ian would be the ideal designing mates. There's no denying that Ian and Jordan want vengeance on a lot of the same people, so it's easy to see why Young and the Restless would go for this angle. Ian was always a master of getting out of the slammer, so perhaps he heard the news about Jordan's revengeful Newman plots and got impressed. Maybe Ian helped Jordan escape despite Victor Newman's sweats to keep her locked in outside security captivity. In exchange for her freedom, Jordan clearly would have been willing to do Ian's dirty work, especially if it brought pain upon the Newmans and those connected to them. Of course, it's also possible that a love developed along the way, which would give Jordan another reason to please Ian in this alliance. Whatever the case, Jordan may have killed Heather Stevens for Ian that night while Sharon Newman was bartered out. It was formerly believed that Dylan McAvoy was Ian's child with Nikki Newman, so Ian was burgled of a son. When it turned out Dylan belonged to Paul Williams, Ian might have decided to burglarize Paul of a son and indeed the score. Plus, Paul made sure Ian was arrested for his crimes, so there were good reasons for Ian to avenge. Ian also raised Maria Copeland in a cult and cured her into a sham marriage, so he may be intruding with Sharon now for putting her son on the right path without him. Ian has a tense history with Phyllis as well, not to mention Phyllis principally involved herself in all this through her obsession on Sharon's guilt. Sharon and Phyllis are veritably integrated with the Newman clan through Nick Newman and their children, so hurting them would be fine by Jordan. Jordan is supposedly the bone who ran Phyllis off the road and was likely the real male factor behind Heather's demise. This plot seems a bit sophisticated, but it all boils down to Jordan and Ian having collective adversaries they want to destroy. Between that and their common desire for unlawful chaos in general, it makes sense for Ian and Jordan to team up. Our prognostications point to plenitude of twists and turns now that Ian's cooperation with Jordan has been revealed, so stay tuned for updates on all the mayhem ahead. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Jordan and Ian still have plenitude of tricks to pull, so stay tuned. The Young and the Restless spoilers Monday, November 18 Summer and Daniel's sanitarium agony. Nick decides Sharon's fate. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Monday, November 18, reveal that Nick Newman will have to figure out his coming move following Sharon Newman's awful concession. Nick Noe allowed Sharon could be able of killing Heather Stevens, framing Daniel Romalotti Jr., and running Phyllis Summers off the road to silence her. Nonetheless, Sharon will maintain that she did all that and will let Nick decide her fate. Although Sharon can't flash back what happened when she bartered out, she's convinced she's shamefaced and couldn't keep it bottled up presently. Nick may be a bit torn about turning Sharon over to the Bobbies, especially since he'll know what this will do to Faith Newman at the same time. How can Nick just let Sharon get down with everything, especially since Daniel is facing murder charges? Nick may end up calling Chance Chancellor and prompting Sharon to tell him the exact same story. Maybe Nick will suppose Sharon needs croakers rather than captivity and suggest perhaps her egregious internal struggles can help her avoid jail time. Of course, it's possible Nick will have the troubling feeling that there's further to the story. Could Nick hold off on turning Sharon in while he investigates? Sharon obviously needs internal help either way, so that part should be non-negotiable. Still, Nick might eventually come to believe there's more going on, especially if he finds out about Sharon's missing phone and the textbooks that summoned Phyllis to the cabin. Sharon was with Faith at Crimson Lights and also in her auto on the road when those textbooks came through. Since Sharon came home to find her phone on the coffee table, Nick might figure out that someone differently is tangled up in all this. Young and the Restless suckers know Jordan and Ian Ward are conniving together, so there could be some suggestions for Nick to find along the way. Whether Nick has Sharon locked up or not, he'll presumably keep looking into all this and hoping that there are data she doesn't know. At the sanitarium, Daniel and Summer Newman will feel like they're living agony. Since Phyllis has been in a long-term coma ahead, It'll concern Daniel and Summer when she doesn't wake up right down. Elena Dawson and the rest of Phyllis' medical platoon will get her stable. But there won't be important differently they can do for her except examine her vitals and stopgap for the stylish. At the Abbott house, Jack Abbott and Diane Jenkins Abbott will give Kyle Abbott a full explanation for their fake marriage destruction. Although Diane and Jack have been trying to free Kyle from Victor Newman's grasp, their manipulation surely won't go over well. Kyle will have a chance to reply to Diane and Jack's deception, so they'll do damage control as they face their son's fury. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Kyle will have to decide if he can get once Jack and Diane lies, so we'll bring you updates on their sweats and further prognostications on any Abbott family news. The Young and the Restless Melissa Ordway confirms off contract as Abby. Surely not commodity I wanted. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Melissa Ordway lately did a candid with suckers through her Instagram stories. That led to some news about Ordway's status on the show, so let's bandy what she verified. Still, you presumably know by now that she lately changed up her look with a short hairstyle if you follow Ordway on social media. Of course, observers haven't seen Ordway's new hairstyle on screen yet, but she said Abby would be sporting it when she got back from her honeymoon with Devin Winters. When asked about the reason for the fresh look, Ordway admitted it was because she knew she'd be going out on interrogations. It turns out Young and the Restless took Ordway off contract, so she was hoping to score further places down from the show with this mini makeover. Actually, it's been an intriguing couple of months, Ordway said. The show decided to take me off contract, so I decided to change up my look a bit for interrogations. In case you allowed it might have been Melissa Ordway's choice to become a recreating player, she offered evidence that it wasn't. Ordway would have preferred to keep her contract status, but she's staying positive and regardful about the whole situation. Surely not commodity I wanted, but I love and admire my Young and the Restless family and appreciate any time they ask me back, Ordway said before adding a heart emoji. Some suckers incontinently started scarifying at the study of Ordway conceivably leaving the show, but she clarified that she simply doesn't get guaranteed a set number of occurrences presently. Now Ordway is free to work on other systems, but she's still playing Abby and will be seen in Genoa City whenever the show wants her. Ordway suggested that they're fastening on other characters and stories at the moment. But I worked moment and lots of fun stuff coming up, Ordway said in her Instagram stories on November 13. Nethermost line, cast cuts like this one allow the show to save plutocrat when they don't use certain players all the time. Since Melissa Ordway is willing to stick around in a recreating capacity, there's no reason to suppose Young and the Restless plans to write her out. That's especially true now that Abby and Devin are remonstrating off a new chapter as a wedded couple. Abby will presumably just be busy working and enjoying that bliss off screen up most of the time. The Young and the Restless spoilers say there could be other cast changes brewing, so we'll pass along further prognostications along with any appearances and goings updates. Thanks for watching these videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.